Have we not? Have Dada put hands on Mama or Mama put hands on Dada? No, right? Okay, so there's no reason to call the police, right?
According to a leaked phone call, Ray J's 6-year-old daughter reportedly called the police to report him for touching his soon-to-be ex-wife, Princess Love. To make matters worse, there is footage showing him attempting to coerce his young daughter into changing her story, suggesting that this is not an isolated incident. The word on the street is that Ray J may go to jail sooner than anyone had anticipated. As rumor has it for years, Ray J had been touching Princess, and despite the presence of children, he was unable to modify his conduct. However, this particular instance was so severe that the kids became concerned for their mother's safety and intervened.
Okay? Don't, it's not like that, baby.
For this reason, they purportedly called the authorities attempting to free their father and save their mother, and people who have been believing for a long time that Ray J's adultery was the worst thing a princess had to deal with. Princess Love filed for divorce from this man in February, marking the 4th time in the family's history. It appears that there are many unanswered questions. R was sure he could get his wife back, but for those who don't know, it's a messy one, saying things like, well, let me start by saying, Princess, I love you, baby. Be cool now, and we'll work it out. I know you're still mad at me, but as a couple, you go through things and it just got a little bit out of hand. Apparently, the things that go out of hand are beatings, and people who have watched the shocking Instagram Live are just one episode, according to sources close to the couple. These problems started quite early in their marriage.
One little thing like that and it's over for you. You shouldn't play around with our life like that.
People. Princess wasn't attempting to distance herself from me and portray him as a pitiful father and bad husband. Recall that in 2019, when he abandoned her and left her stranded in Los Angeles, she confronted him by making a comment beneath the picture of the group. Ray J tried to turn the situation around and make it seem like she was overreacting. He even went on Instagram to try and make himself look like the victim. He even went into this whole speech about how they should be tighter as a couple and how they need to work things out big or small. He was pleading with her for forgiveness and said he wanted to make her happy. People, I have no idea what Princess Love was thinking, but she gave him a pass that time during the
You're doing, it's not you. You know, you're acting, it's fun.
saying left me and Melody stranded in Vegas and blocked me from calling. Now you want to post family photos as usual. We were able to spend Thanksgiving together, and we've been on a day-to-day basis. We still parents, we still love Melody, we still have a baby on the way. So we're working through it. Ray J also apologized and blamed the situation on the devil, saying the devil's trying to mess things up, but he's not strong enough to break up his family. He was very smooth in his conversation. However, what looked like a smooth sailing turned into a storm where Princess Love had to navigate the waves of RJ's insane behavior to prove to her who is the boss of the family. It seems like this was just another sick tactic he employed because a few days after he asked the court to throw out his divorce papers, he conducted an interview with her. Then, October 2021 wasn't the end of it. Ray J left. Only 7 months after pleading with the court to drop his initial case, he went ahead and filed for divorce once more, citing irreconcilable differences. So, what was the issue this time around? Apparently, Rage was upset that Princess had abandoned him while he was hospitalized with pneumonia. Ray J eventually recovered from the pneumonia and resumed spending time with his family, saying there was nothing more he could hope for. However, things in the family blew up again, and as you can imagine, Ray J lost it once he even hinted about having a sexual relationship with Princess. Folks, I wish this was all a joke, but his anger didn't last for very long.
Again, we gotta just stay focused, keep our heads on straight, and...
Given his past, it's not surprising that Ray J appears to struggle with controlling his rage. You can only imagine what goes on behind closed doors when the camera malfunctions. Really shocking to hear from many individuals. One guy said, I think he's a sicko. What on holy earth is he doing to those poor kids? It's going to take a lifetime of therapy. And an additional user comment added, shame on him for trying to brainwash his child in the public. He is more concerned with public opinion than being a stand-up guy. Nevertheless, despite everything that happened, these two managed to get back together, even if you already know that things didn't suddenly improve. Ray J simply continued to cheat, not caring how it made Princess feel. Eventually, she reached her breaking point and chose to refile for divorce.
And 8-9 years later, yeah, here we are.
Here we are. Considering that this was her 4th filing, I'm not sure how many people actually trust her when she posts a statement on Instagram saying cherished family members and friends, we regretfully inform you of our decision to file for divorce. After much thought, meditation, therapy, and debate, we have come to the painful conclusion that our paths have diverged, and that it is best for us to separate. It turns out that Ray J wasn't really concerned about it because he knew his wife wasn't going anywhere, and that became pretty clear recently when their daughter called the police on Ray J for being physical with their mother. The whole situation blew up a few days ago when Ray J went live on Egg, and you could hear his kids pleading with him to stop hurting their mom. Princess really got people talking this time around when she showed up with Star Wars actor John Boa. Interview. The little girl seemed quite disturbed up as R attempted to turn the situation around and gaslight her into believing nothing was wrong. It appears that the daughter attempted to phone the police after witnessing him mistreating Princess over the live stream. He continued to claim things such, Dada never did nothing to nobody, Mama never did nothing to me, and D never did nothing to Mama, which was incorrect. Data placed on Mama correctly, data placed on Mama, or Mama placed on data without authorization. He was clearly attempting to minimize the situation by telling her it was all a misunderstanding. He kept saying that nothing terrible had happened, and that they were just fighting in an attempt to brush off what he had been doing and persuade everyone that it was a routine issue that didn't require police intervention. Interview Ray J seemed to want to convince everyone that his behavior was fairly normal. But considering how terrified and confused the child sounded, it's pretty clear that this wasn't the first time they'd witnessed something similar. Recall how Princess Love texted back in 2022 in response to him pushing her into the pool, saying it was her karma. After the most recent altercation involving their daughter, you can see how disturbed the situation was in this family, and how she seemed to be afraid that their children might experience the same thing. She wasn't going to remain silent about it either. She called Ray J out and accused him of doing to the kids what he's been doing to her for years. Text. I've been doing my best to step up and leave things calmly. But when you can no longer manipulate and traumatize my kids, you won't be able to do it to me. I'll reserve my videos for the judge. She wanted to shield her children from the same psychological and emotional games she had been playing because she was tired of being polite. Interview Many initially believed that Princess had filed for divorce and returned to Ray J. However, based on her current statements, it seems evident that she is not going back. What's worse is that it took her this long to realize how dangerous this man can be, and that she needs to take action to protect her children. Hopefully, this online drama will come to an end soon because people are eager for the princess and her children to be safe from him. One fan commented, I never liked him. He's one of the fakest people out there. While another user mentioned Ray J acting like Diddy and then pretending everything was fine. Even Ray J's own children are prepared to put him behind prison for his acts, so it appears that he won't be able to make amends with his wife this time. What do you think about this issue, guys?